and a shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Thank you for being with us. 2K Sports brings you the NBA Live this Saturday afternoon broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's the Warriors to start out. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Iman Shumpert is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Shumpert passes to Irving. James kicks to Mozgov. Cleveland moving it around. Shumpert dishes to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage three on the court.
They get the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks it out to Love. Wide open. Rebounded by Bogut.
And how about 45% from the corner three? That is absurd, especially when you consider that the Warriors would put it up from anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Over in the corner, Barnes. Clock at 4. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The drive by Shumpert. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes with it. Back to Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Blatt. He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And here we go. Here's Shumpert. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Shumpert's got his first points of the game.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
And that one's good.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Irving attacking. Green with the block. Shumpert against Thompson. Curry. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Irving attacking, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Count that one.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands. I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Barbosa passes to Livingston. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Iguodala's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. The high post shot. They get it back. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
And we're 5-6 feet outside that 3-point.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Mo Williams out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Timeout called the Warriors. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams. And our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars in Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. It's Curry outside. The long distance three is buried. Curry's got 12 points in the game.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Thompson. Bogut high post. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Curry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mozgov's checked in, out left to the wing. Here's Dellavedova. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
And Love gets it to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The 11-footer, rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. From deep three-point range, and another 3 for Golden State.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the...
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Poked away and stolen by Barnes. Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. Barnes kicks to Curry. Here's Thompson. Makes it off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Vasili's checked in for Green. Anderson Varejau's checked in for the Cavaliers. Williams comes in for LeBron. Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's Williams with the drive, and Thompson throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now the dish to Livingston. Fires for 3. The shot is off. And so we conclude the first half. Warriors lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?